TheHiTechNomad here, and today I want to give you my top 5 reasons why you should take a look at Chromebooks again. Now, when they first came out, people were like, so what does it do? Well, it's really fast and it lets you browse the internet. So does it run Windows apps? No. Well, how much memory does it have? Well, it has 8 gigs of internal storage, and the rest of your stuff is somewhere on the internet. Does it run Microsoft Office? No. Does it run Skype? No. Yeah, well, I think I'm gonna go buy a laptop instead, but hey, you know what? Good luck with that. So now let's fast forward to today. Here is my expensive laptop, and I haven't used it in over a year. And here are the top 5 reasons that I have it, and why maybe you should take another look at Chromebooks to see if they're right for you. If you haven't looked at Chromebooks in a while, you'll be surprised to find that they come in a variety of shapes and sizes. You're no doubt familiar with the laptop shape, but do you know you can get one that's all-in-one with a screen? You can get a little tiny one to replace your old desktop computer. You can even get an HDMI stick that's small enough to fit in your pocket. So for example, you could take one of those, go on a trip, plug it into your hotel TV with a wireless keyboard and mouse, and you have a computer that's ready to go. And with all these bans coming up about laptops not being able to be brought on the plane and things like that, this might actually be a good way to go. Speed and relative immunity from viruses. One of the things I love about Chromebooks is that they're very quick. In most cases, they'll boot in 10 to 30 seconds. Now, compare that to the 3 to 10 minutes that you might use on your laptop or PC. How many times did you avoid using your computer because you knew if you turned it off and turned it back on again, it was going to be at least 5 minutes before you could use it? Now, the other benefit of speed is that it pretty much never slows down. It should run the same today, the same next week, next month, next year. And that's because it's pretty tough to load junk onto a Chromebook that will normally slow it down. Think about that. Is your computer or laptop running as fast as it was the day that you bought it? Have your computing habits changed? As my high school friend John Panette would say, nay, nay. It's all because you've loaded all these ridiculous programs, and even though you think you've erased them, there's usually parts of it still there, but you don't have that same problem with a Chromebook. So all in all, Chromebooks really fit the need if you're somebody that says, look, when I get ready to work, I want to get to work. So that's what you're going to be able to do. Just open it up, get to work, you're all done, close it up and keep going. Many companies have adopted the move to the cloud or web interface. Programs like Microsoft Office, Skype, GoToMeeting, Quicken, and so many others are now available through the web. Stop and think for a minute, all the programs that you use today, how many of them were web-based? How many of them have a web-based solution that you may not have used? Now, the web-based version of Excel doesn't have all the bells and whistles, but ask yourself, do you use all those bells and whistles? If you're just using it, you know, the way most people use it, the web version is fine. If you haven't looked at the pricing of Chromebooks, you're in for a big surprise. Depending upon the form factor, there are units as low as $50. There are units ranging from 12 inches up to 17 inches, and they range from $100 up to $1,000. Now remember, they all do the same exact thing. So what you're paying for is the screen size, the quality of the screen, whether it folds in half or not, whether it comes with a pen, whether it has stereo speakers, how good it can take a fall, etc. So you can look at all of those pieces, but at the end of the day, it's the same unit. Now, there are units that have faster processors, and if I put 2 units side by side, you would be able to see the difference. Now, the computer industry was betting a lot on Chromebooks, and they made a ton of them, and they didn't sell as well as they would have expected. So they have a lot of last year and the year before model. Now remember though, a 2-year-old Chromebook runs the same exact software as a Chromebook that was made last week, with one exception, which we'll talk about in a minute, which is Google Apps. But basically, as soon as you turn it on and go on the internet, it grabs the latest version. It's not like your software on your phone where you have to wait for your carrier to push it out. Sometimes I get 2 or 3 updates a day. The biggest change to Chromebooks, probably since the last time you looked at it, is Google Apps. So you can now run on certain units, you can run the same apps that you're running on your phone. So that means if there's something that's in between that you really need to run, like Outlook or LogMeIn, or for example, Handy Photo, because there's not really a good web-based interface drawing program, or even games like TD Balloon Battle or Candy Crush, you can now play those on the unit. And that's good because it bridges the gap between the browser-based pieces and the traditional PC-based programs. Now, this is available on most, if not all, Chromebooks that are made this year. But again, because the OS operating system is, they change it and they push it out retroactively, if you have an old Chromebook, you may be surprised that when you open it up and turn it on and it gets the latest update, that you can run Google apps, you can run Android apps right on that device. And those are my top 5 reasons why you should go back and take a look at Chromebooks. I think you're going to find that for what you're doing today, a Chromebook actually will take care of all of those needs, and it's going to actually enhance your productivity because you're going to be able to work places that you wouldn't normally be able to work, and you're going to be able to work faster, better, smarter. So please hit the like button, please hit the subscribe button, keep those cards and no, you don't send cards and letters, but keep those comments coming, because this particular video actually came up because somebody asked me, should they relook at Chromebook? So it was a great question, by the way. So please hit the like button, please hit the subscribe button. We're going to be coming here every Friday. So until then, this is the HiTechNomad signing off.